Hello friends, in this video I'm going to explain what is the big data and what are the problems right now we are facing, and after that I'm going to discuss about the what is the Hadoop architecture. So let me explain first what is the big data. So right now we are living in a data world, means we are generated the huge amount of data each and every second, and the data is coming from everywhere, means the sensors and social network sites and online shoppings or airlines. So the main problems that we are facing, like how we can store that huge amount of data, and and it is not only one problem. After storing that huge amount of data, if you want to find some data in that, so how we can process that huge amount of data in a less time. So that is the two main problem that right now we are facing. So big data, we can say that the data that beyond the storage capacity and the processing power. So let me explain. In the previous, like in around 1990, we have the 1 GB of hard disks and up to 28 MB of RAM, and the processing speed is up to 10 kbps. But right now we have up to 1 TB of hard disks in our local computer laptops, and 4 to 10 GB of RAM, and the processing speed is up to 100 Mbps. So you can see that in the storing capacity, have the increase rapidly, but in the processing power it not that much of increase. So how we can process that huge amount of data. So if you have right now, if you have the 500 GB of hard disks, and it increase up to 100 TB. So how you can store that huge amount of data? You don't have enough money to buy that much of hard disk. So you can contact the database service provider, and database service provider can in that you can store your huge amount of data, and you can pay as you store. So now if you want to process that huge amount of data, then you write the code, and the size of the program is 100 KB. So what is the best approach? You send your program to the data server, or you fetch all the information and save it to your local machine. So you can say that send your program towards the data server is the best approach, but it is wrong. So before the Hadoop, we have one approach. It's computational is processor bound. So computational means the program that run on the data, and whenever you run that program in that the system, you have to store the data. So this is the only one approach that we are uh, we are facing. So we have to fetch all the data that we want in our local machine, and in that after we can process the data. So with the big data, we can characterize in the three ways. First one is the volume, second one is the velocity, and how much like speed of the fetching of the data, and the variety of data. So right now we have three categories, means structured data, means a relation database. Unstructured data means videos, fonts, photos, and semi-structured data means the log file. So getting a huge amount of data is not a problem, but the process of the data is problem, because processing power is not that much of not high as compared to the storing capacity. So overcome this problem, Hadoop has been introduced, and it's like best solution for the big data. So how Hadoop can store that huge amount of data and process the data in a minimum time. So Hadoop is like open source framework, and it store huge data set and process that data set with the cluster of commodity hardware. Commodity means cheap hardware. So Hadoop can provide the storage file system. It is a HDFS, and is technique for storing your data, and for processing your data, it provides the map reduce framework. So we will discuss details in these two concepts. So I hope this video can help you how Hadoop has been introduced and what is the problems right now we are facing. So see you in the next one.